Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Okay, today is a functional video. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that now. I'm going to take you through the front of my planner all the way to the back and explain each insert and how I use it. I'm not sure if I'm going to break it up into 2 videos, but I may have to because it's going to be over an hour long. I'm just going to tell you that now. You can stop, come back, but it's all functional. So if you're into that, I hope you're ready. I've got my drink so I can keep going, and let's get into the video. Hi everybody. Okay, so here's the deal. I did move into my undyed because the Miyakara was exactly what I said it was going to be. It's just too thick, too much. I like the way the companion feels in my hand. I hold it well, it looks cute. I mean, really. And by the way, I did my nails, so you won't have to look at my plain nails anymore. Anyway, sorry, I'm trying to find a spot for my coffee without it ruining anything. Anyway, moving on. So let's get right into this because this is going to be a long video. I'm just going to tell you now. I haven't decided if I'm going to put it in 2 parts. I may have to. But here we go. The things that I carry with me, I try to only carry things that I'm going to use because it could get thick if I put all the things. I've done it before. And it's already this is a thick boy. This is not a skinny planner. Yes, she closes, okay, but for me there's really no point in it closing because I'm constantly in my planner, so it doesn't really matter. The only time I close it is to stick it in my purse, but I usually am holding it or whatever. All right, yum. I did fix my kitty charm. It's back on. Okay, so in my pockets, there's some stickers behind here that I literally could probably take out because I use one a week. Password book, which is necessary, brown craft dots, and note pages. Note pages I use to write information down for other people, or I'll make quick messy lists on them for whatever I'm doing. And then we've got the thin page flags, skinny, and then fat ones, and then some of these planner Kate stickers. I've been using those types of stickers for a very, very long time. They're my favorite, especially in personal size. They fit the regular calendar, the 2... What is going on? This is usually not an issue. The 2-page, basic calendar. 2-page per month calendar. It fits in those boxes really well, but I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay. There's nothing behind here, nothing in the back, so... Alright, in the front of my planner, I always start in the front when I wake up in the morning. I need something to trigger my brain and all that. So, all this before Divider 1, or Section 1, are trigger lists and keys. So, anything I want to see that's super important or I want to see first thing in the morning goes up here. So I've got my to-do tab here, which is quite often here, but with different information. So it's things to do to my planner, add to my planner. I put these down when I was filming the other attempts to this video. It's just a way to keep up with what I want to change, or I'll forget. That's why I have a planner. I have to write it all down. And then the weekly Post-it note is for the high points of my week. This is set up for this upcoming week. Part of getting through my day and having a decent day is to look at the positives in my day, and it really helps lift me up. Even if I'm having a terrible day, I try and find something positive because usually there are little blessings here and there. And I like to keep a track of that, and I realized that this would be... I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I figured this would be a good way for me to track those instead of losing them in my daily pages. And I'm also not overloading my weekly pages, okay? Because I do have a week review that I like to do. So I'll explain some more of that later, but yeah, these are new. These Post-its are new. You haven't seen me use them before. I just got them yesterday. I did a similar thing except for this. This is a new ad. On like my regular Post-its, but I actually ran out of my Post-its, so we'll get into that later. All right, so the next part, this card holder has trigger lists and keys. Like I said, that's what this section is. This is my color code. My color code has been the same for many years. It varies in shade though. So for example, it could be, for work it's blue, it could be dark blue, light blue, whatever. Family is pink, so it could be dark, light, it doesn't matter. I'll just specify which one. Usually I like to do light pink for my kiddo, dark pink for the fam, but if I just have the 5 colors, then I'll just use that. Events is usually like red, orange, things like that, the events down here. Green is anything to do with home. Purple is personal because purple is my favorite. Okay, bullet key, I've been using the same bullet key for quite some time. I have it up here. I guess anyone can navigate my planner if they just looked and knew what they were looking at, I guess. Not everybody thinks mine's are like this. But you could navigate my planner if you look at the keys. So this is just my basic bullet key. I don't have to look at it really, but there are times that I forget that I'm use a star for important versus an exclamation, because I tend to do an exclamation a lot more than the star. That's the only difference, though, I think. Yeah. Everything else is, you know, that's the only one I kind of mix around. This card is for sections, so this explains what my divider 1 through 6 represents. It's the main section. So in section 1, you're going to have, it's an inbox section, which has, in my mind, an inbox is everything from like references and lists, because it's all kind of, they work together in my head. They all kind of work together. Okay, so let me explain that section. Should I explain that? No, let me just walk through this. The second one is future planning, which has like my monthly and my yearly. And then, so anything that I can go ahead in the future to plan will go in there. Section 3 are like goals and trackings and reviews. 4 is my planning section, which is like weeklies and dailies. And then my fifth section is personal, which is like my content tracking and self-care, which is like spiritual stuff. And then 6 is home, which is my daughter, projects, etc. So I will go through each of those as well. On the back, we've got a cleaning trigger list. There's a difference between a key and a trigger list in my head anyway. A trigger list is like an organized list that can help remind you of things you need to do or whatnot. So this is a cleaning trigger list. I actually have a cleaning insert now. I just added it this week and I'm so glad I did. I'm trying to keep it fairly simple and not go like overboard. So what I've decided to do is I've got kitchen and bathroom on Monday, Tuesdays front rooms, Wednesdays bedrooms, so on and so forth. So I've decided to, it's not necessarily zone cleaning, but I'm breaking up my cleaning through the whole week versus trying to do it all in one day. So this is something I've been working on since summer. I changed my routine a bit, added a couple of things so I can stay on top of things without wearing out. Yes, I do get into my depressive states, which means I do get behind, but if I can just kind of pick back up, then it's okay. This has been a lot easier for me than trying to do it all in one day. Now, there are times where I like to just do it all in one day. Like if I have that energy and go juice, let's do it. If I get into like, usually when I get angry or something, I angry clean and I clean a lot. Anyway, moving on. Oh, by the way, my power hour that you'll see in like my, here in a bit, that's when I do these kind of things. You'll see how it fits in my schedule. The next is my inbox key. It's a key. So I use these hand stamp icons. I hand stamp my own stickers. I use other stickers as well, but the stickers I use the most are my hand stamp stickers. I've been using them for quite a few years now, at least a couple of years now, and I've got an icon key, so like all the stuff that my icons that I've stamped, I have a key for that, so like I won't forget what they're for. But I do use the same icons for different sections as well. For example, my inbox section also uses these icons, but they relate to the original like purpose, but it's just a little different. So for example, my inbox, for research topics, I use glasses. So the way I use my inbox is that I write down anything I want to do. Usually if it's something that needs to get done like in the next few minutes, I'll go ahead and put it in my like my daily page and get it done. If it's like one of those mundane tasks or something like that, it goes there. But if I have things I'm interested in or something that takes time to complete or it requires research, anyway, goes in here. So for example, here's some glasses. I was interested in where the origin of angel numbers, where they came from, so I did that. You'll see some pink highlighter in here. It can be any color, by the way. The highlighter can be any color. That just highlights the certain tasks or whatnot, things that need to get done first, that are like more important. And what I use that for is when I create my weekly pages or decide to set up goals or tasks for the week or month, I pull from my inbox. I look through it when I set up my pages for the week and month, and I pull from what's super important, and I pick and choose something fun for me to try to focus on. It doesn't mean I have to complete it, but at least have it in my mind to try, because all these things in this inbox are things that can better me, okay? And then you'll have the little shopping cart, which are things to buy. Now, you won't see much of that in here because I have a special spot for that. I'll explain these color tabs. They're also part of the inbox. The phone are like phone numbers for like business, not personal numbers like office numbers. For example, I don't have the phone icon on here, but here's one. The little heart are for like things to better myself. For example, learn a new language, make appointment for a dentist, scaling, whitening, yeah, stuff like that. And then you'll get the little pin. It's things to create. So basically lists I need to make. For example, the inventory, and then my week review insert that I want to make. I have a monthly, weekly review, and I also have an intention, and I like to set intentions for the month, so I want to create something to do that, you know, to have that as a trigger list. I need a trigger list for it, so I'm gonna work on that. And then the little pen, I already said that, the little light bulb are like ideas and projects. So you'll see like, oh, I thought I had one in here. No, I don't. But, oh, because I've already moved it. So when it comes to projects, I have an actual project section. It's so simple though, you guys. It's literally blank paper, and I draw out what I want to do and, you know, put out all the information there. I'll show you what's gonna happen. It'll make more sense. I explained the highlighting. And then this is a trigger list for my daily like planning routine. Gratitude and devotional should always come first, and then checking my daughter's homework list, making sure I do a daily review at the end of the day, make sure I check my trackers, which is like my cleaning and self-care trackers, make sure I set up my daily pages and look over them, because sometimes I set my pages up the day before, and then in the morning I'll have a better understanding of what my day should look like, although my kind of job is very unpredictable, so, or what I do at my job is very unpredictable, so I don't mean that, but I mean like my personal life, my personal schedule, and also make sure I do top 3 of the day, so it doesn't have to be 3 items, but I need to put my priorities for the day. I need to set intention to do my priorities. And then I want to log a high point of the day. So that's where the high point goes here. And then my daily pages is where a lot of the others. So I'll explain that as I go. Behind the kitty vellum, like I mentioned, you're going to have the icon key, but I also have a morning planning routine. This is for my mental health, self-care morning routine. So this is to get my mind right, if you will. So like gratitude, and I explain why. Be thankful for every day. This changes your mindset and sets the intention for the day and the energy. Devotional, spend time with God. This will help set the tone, etc., etc., that kind of thing. I've got to kind of keep moving because I don't want it it's going to be a long video. So I explained this. There's a lot of them I don't want to just like walk through, but you'll see some and I'll explain the ones that you see, but they all serve a purpose. And then this little key, it's a trigger list as well. It's what I use these Post-its for, because I really wanted to have a set use for them. I didn't want to just use them willy-nilly. Or it wouldn't have made sense to buy these particular Post-its. I could have just bought regular Post-its. Does that make sense? So this is like, I use this for my add to planner, list. Also research to-dos, like things that if I have a topic I want to research, I can write down the pieces that I want to research, whatever it requires. And then also for my project tasks, like I can write down what I need to do for a specific project. And the reason why I would use Post-its is because I would put it up here, because those are things that I would want to accomplish in the next couple of days. I put it here. That's why it exists there. And then the today one is like for quick lists, for a daily quick list, a daily review, or some more space on my daily pages. Goals is simply for monthly and weekly goals. And if I want to set goals for, like, let's say, if I want to set a goal for myself, personally, I could also use that. So moving on. I literally don't even use that calendar. It's just cute. That's my kitty. Moving on. So section 1 I said is inbox, and I kind of explained how it worked. I do have this insert which tracks like my days off, and again you'll see another key. My color code stays the same, but it may serve a different purpose. So I'll put the key on the insert that it belongs to, so it's not too confusing, because this key is only for this insert. So there's no point in having it at the front of the planner. Because it doesn't pertain to anything else. Alright, so this is basically letting me know what days I'm off work. It's been very helpful. I've liked keeping up with that. So for example, sick day, holidays, personal day, doctor's appointment, in-services, cancellation due to weather, that all goes here. And I'm so glad my Summer's Touch has put out her 2022. I've got to get one of those. Behind the pumpkins, I already showed you this, is like my inbox is just Kiki K paper. It can be any kind of paper. I can literally buy a notepad and then put it in there, which I actually want to do, make it a little cuter, and just, you know, write whatever I need. And I use Post-its. I love layering Post-it notes. So, alright, so this part of my inbox is still the same thing. It's just categorized. So this is following my color code. It's the main sections, or main, whatever you want to call it, for my color code. And what this does is I write whatever is necessary, like what I need to do. So for example, this is Allie's, right? So these are things that I need to keep a look on or add to my planner in her section, or anything that has to do with her goes here. She has a section, okay? But I find that when it comes to getting things done, not the method, but for me, having them in the front of the planner and coded has been actually way more successful. So things like, for example, in her section, I have like her homework log, okay, which she literally only had like one thing of homework this past week because she was out 2 days, and then I had a parent-teacher conference, and she has to read her AR book, so on. But I'm going to log all of her homework here, tests, all that, and then I just have paper back here for meeting notes for her section. I want to add a medicine log, a doctor's visit log, and a mood and pain trackers type log. These are things I need to add in her section, but it pertains only to her, so I know that these are things I want to get done. This, by the way, this over here is on a purple posted, which means it's personal. But The King's Affection on Netflix, I've never wanted to track a show until now. So I have the dates of when it's coming out, but I want to actually have a TV insert from My Summer's Touch. I just got to find it. I'm going to print one of those out and actually use it. So I'm going to add that to my list there. Okay, so the purple was personal, so just things I want to do for myself. Mental health insert. It's not the most important at this time. It's something I'm thinking about, so I have some stuff there, but get my eyebrows done. It's just, you know, usually there's not too much I want to do for me. Does that make sense? So it's not going to get full. Home, just things I want to do around the house. Projects, basically. It's a projects list in a way. And then when I start doing it, for example, build shelves, I got the stuff for it. I'll go ahead and put this line, which means I've started it. This symbol. I went ahead, I've started it. I'm in the process of it. I have that in the back. I'll put all the details in the back. I'll show you actually. Just hang on. All right, so on the other side, I've got the orange, which is actually errands and shop. The reason why it's empty is because I filled one out already and accomplished it, which is this. When we plan to go out, I go ahead. This is where I put like all the places we go, what we need from there, like measurements if we need it. So I filled it, finished it. I put it in my daily page. I could also put it in my projects. Because it was 4 projects, but I just stuck it in my daily page. So I just put a fresh one. These Post-its are in a thing like this. I've been using them for years. Work is blue. So this is how the bridge between my work planner and my personal planner. I finally realized that to keep my stress at a minimum and also to not have such a confusing planner, I've separated work from my personal planning, and I'm using a B6ology to do that. So the bridge between my work and personal is this Post-it note right here. Okay, it's this Post-it note. So stuff I may need to do at home to have for work will go right here. So just like I have a little list of stuff I need to do for the festival. That's not until the 28th. Just decorate my pumpkin, plan window, just stuff I need to do because I'm part of committee. So this has been a very useful. This system right here this categorized system is my favorite part of the inbox. This is so useful to me. Okay, and you don't have to use like the Post-its. You can literally use like just page flags, but I like the Post-it personally because then I didn't have to state in them. I can just pull it off and throw it away. Okay, so list is part of my inbox because to me, my brain, that's just how it works. So I've got just pretty much inventory. I got rid of the other lists I had in there. I wasn't using them. There was no point to them. So I've got survival tools. I've got more I need to put, because he just brought home some more, which is like, I think it was like a heaters, like natural heaters. It's stuff that works off your body heat, your already there body heat, and keeps you warm. Planners, I'm listing my planner inventory. I am planning on selling quite a few for fair prices because I use my planners, y'all. They're not perfect. So I already have an inventory in my A6 rings, so it's not necessary that I have this, but I'm using personal right now, so I'm doing another list. Pool incentives, I can take that out. That's going to change. Bathroom self-care, I don't care about this anymore, but I do care about my skincare routine. So I definitely want to put my skincare. All right, section 2 is future planning. So basically 2022 goals. This says rough draft plans, goals. It's whatever I want to accomplish in 2022. I'm not going to force myself to do it within a certain month, but within a quarter. I'm going to do it quarterly. So I'm already starting to work out what I want to do in 2022, and then I'm going to plan it out, and then I'll do a video on like my goals and whatnot. So after that, I do have my monthly incentive, and then my monthlies. I'm obsessed with these monthlies, y'all. It came from Planner Room, and I used an orange tab this month because it has to do mostly with events, which is that color code. Anyway, I was frustrated with the insert I was using, which is the basic. I've used this type of layout for so many years, and I always went back to it, but it was getting on my nerves. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, granted, all the blue is my work, so now that I separated my work from, you know, personal, it's helped out, but there's still things I need to put. But as you see, it looks much neater because of how this is set up and how I'm using it. So let me explain. Let me clip this back. Okay, so basically it's like I said, color coded. I've got an important section here, so anything that really cannot be switched is most important will go here, so I can go straight to that and not have to be like, okay, okay, it literally is right there. So I only had one this month that was super, super important. The month isn't over though. So you can see the days here, and anything that's more than a couple of days, I use a neutral colored Tombow and just put it directly into the calendar. And it doesn't take away from the color code. So I have a couple of those there. I'll explain that in a second. So the colored dots you can find over here. So for janitors special day, it's blue, you know. Pink, 7, okay, AK's festival, that was fun, y'all. Some of the icons will have like a money sign, which is bill due, and then or an exclamation or a star or something. That means it was important. So although it's here, it's still there too. I was gonna have a me date, but I didn't do it. But anyway, so it's just that's an example. Down here you have a to-do section. That's where I decided to put my October goal, not necessarily goals, but like to-dos, I guess, / goals. I will use this in the future. Okay. And then bills. I just like it has everything I need right there, and it's simple. I dig it. So I do have a few months, like I said, future planning. I do go ahead, see, goes all the way out to February. I have the others printed out. I just need to cut and punch them. All right, section 3. This is tracking goals. So I just write down my goals for the month. So this is October goals. You'll see a tab here. If it's something I want to do but is not necessarily has to be accomplished, I'll put it on a little post-it so I can move it through the months. So I put the priorities down. I leave space to write on here when I do my review, my month's review. So this month I said I wanted to be more active on social media, which I have been. Read a book of the Bible, which I've been listening to. Spend more time with family. I have been, so I'm actually accomplishing these. I feel so happy. And then I did some categorized, more focused goals on like business, health, and family. Nothing special, no special insert, just piece of paper. My cleaning insert is green because it has to do with home, and then you'll see the icon, which is the broom, which represents the cleaning. So basically, did I explain this? I don't remember. So this goes with this card up here. So this is a trigger list as to what my focus is of the day, but I break it down into certain things for the day. So this is a Peanuts Planner Co. It's for the full year, but I started it this week, so I highlighted it so I can just carry it through. So unload, load, counter, stovetops, tub, toilet. It doesn't say right here that it's kitchen and bathroom focused, but my key or my trigger list does. So I use them both together, and then it's, you know, goes on. So like, for example, front room. So tidy, dust, vacuum, and unload and load. Every day is an unload and load thing, which is dishwasher, okay? So on. That's how I use it, and then I just check it off when I do it. So it doesn't mean I'll get it done. Sometimes I don't feel like doing anything, but if I get it done at some point, then I'll poop. But the idea is that I get into the routine of, or sticking with the routine of doing something every day. Next insert. Also some tracking. We've got my sleep, mood, energy, and physical pain. And I use symbols and then colors to like show, represent when just where I'm at. So for example, this week I told you I've had kind of a rough week. You can see where it's dropped, just dropped. My sleep has stayed fairly much the same, pretty much, nothing too crazy. I've had to get up super early in the morning, so I have been sleeping a little less, but a nap later, I don't know, I've just been in a weird mood. And then energy dropped pretty low here. I think my energy dropped due to just emotional pain, because my physical pain though has been non-existent. I think because just emotionally, I was just, it's too much. Happy tracker are things that make me happy, help my day go along much better. So devotional, make my bed, gratitude, power hour, daily review, positive self-care. So power hour is a part of this. That's why my lists are so close. I think it's all tracking, but you know, if I did whatever, I try and accomplish that. Positives for the day, make sure I do my positive self-care, family time, cook at home, Bible time. I'm not going to use this cleaning section, but now that I have a cleaning guide, but I am creating a monthly cleaning checklist. So there's certain things that I need to do within a month. And I've got the insert, just got to find it. Little foxy poo. All right, next section. Section 4 has a file folder that I created on the tab. It just holds the dots, some checklists, and writing markers, and then it holds the page flags. When I'm finished with them, I'll put them here and then use them again on something new. Uh-oh. Stickers are sticking, whatever. So, these are my weeklies. This is where I started. I was using I changed my weeklies to work for me. I don't want to work too hard for them, okay? I want them to work for me, so I'll try different layouts. So this is just a horizontal old insert that I just repurposed, and I actually really enjoy it. You'll catch things like this. This is why I have decided to do the weekly thing here, so it didn't take up room in my weekly, because I'm trying a new weekly. This is my favorite layout that I've done so far. It's like events and then tasks, day specific tasks. I've really enjoyed that. So I know that this is what I'll go back to if this new insert doesn't work out. So this week I used 2 weeklies to see how I liked it. This one I preferred, but I was playing around with this particular insert, and I am going to use it for next week. I'll show you what it looks like, but I was, you know, using it to see how I could use it and how I needed to. So there's a lot going on here. There's a whole lot going on here. This is where I use the sticker just to have something fun. You have a spot for tracking, and I just put some happy tracking, which is pointless. I don't need to do that here. I decided for this next week to do my morning planner routine, because I haven't been doing great with that, so I decided to track that this upcoming week. You've got a spot for some, I guess, priorities or goals. Then you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's interesting. I tried to put the weather next to see how that looked. Too cluttered. I put the weather down here. I am going to keep that. You've got some stickers. You'll see my icon stickers throughout. I use these to put over things that I need to do later in the week if I didn't accomplish it. So like it's a migration thing, so I just migrate it to, if I, for example, we didn't get it done Thursday. Man, we've been lazy as a family. We were gonna do it today, but we're not gonna do it this week, so I'm just gonna stick it down here. But you know, it makes it pop so I remember to do it, but sometimes time just doesn't allow. The brown dots, you see I'm using those. That's representing when Allie was out of school. I've got some gray dots, which in this case I was using for things that I had to actually leave to do, like leave the house. I didn't use this. This is a dot grid right here. You can't really tell probably in the camera. I didn't use that. I was going to use these lines here for tracking my meals. Didn't like that idea. So, what did I do with that post-it note? Oh no. Oh god. Oh yeah, I put it there. The post-it note is basically kind of like a review of what was going on this week emotionally. So, That's going to be part of my week review. I've got to do my weekly review today. So this is what I'm going to do for this week. I'm going to take my focus off the other inserts because just the simplicity draws me in way more than something with a lot of stuff on it. But I wanted to give these inserts a fair try, especially since I purchased them. So I set it up. Took a little more time to set it up to see if I liked it. Granted, yeah, it's pretty when you take time and put stickers. I personally don't have all the time to do that, so this was a special occasion. That's why I don't know if these are going to work for me right now, and I should just go back to these because of just how things are going, but we'll see. I'm going to use these this week, and we'll see. I'll keep y'all updated. So, like I mentioned, I'm tracking my daily planning routine here, and then I put my mood tracker here. It's a post-it from Cloth and Paper. I've got to stock up on these. They're amazing. They're half size post-its. This allows me to see if I have multiple moods within the day, which is something I needed to track. So yeah, I'm getting the chills, y'all. I'm sorry. Monday, I use these stickers for the days because it bled, these dots bled through, but I won't be doing it in the future. I will put I think I'll put the numbers though, because like I said, these are undated. This is what it looks like without. Let me get the same colored paper. That's not even a good, like I didn't even print these properly. There you go. That's what it looks like without anything. It's a really nice insert. I just don't know if it's gonna work out for me right now because there's really not a lot of space for me to put day specific tasks, which I enjoy putting. So the way I read my daily pages when I use icons is literally how it looks. So this is my work symbol, back to work, and then blue is my work color, so my eye will go, oh, okay, there's blue, so this week is cafeteria appreciation, which leads to this blue, which is the pumpkin contest. So I just read what I needed to do. It was a whole bunch of stuff at once. Like Friday, I have a pumpkin contest. The gas thing, fill up gas in the AM. So I used the little icon to read it out. I'm so weird. A blue dot. I need to check with someone about deco. I don't want to say the name out now. It's a dot because it's a day specific task and it relates to work. So I'm going to try and use colored dots for day specific tasks. We'll see how that goes. Nothing really. I always am super busy on Tuesday, so there's not anything like crazy because I did use stickers for my daughter's tennis lessons. They're always at like 5:30, and then her tutor's 3:30, 4:30. Then it's a thing. It takes time. So I have those down here in pink. So it's something that happens every week. So I have it at the bottom. I'm gonna do a midweek picture for Instagram. That's what that represents. On Wednesday. On Saturday, I'm going to shop for, it's a blue dot for a party, for something at school. It's blue, so it's for school. And then I'm going to film my planner update on Saturday. It'll be Saturday or Sunday, honestly. A blue little heart with my to go to symbol drawn in it is to decorate school. That's something. Now this spot I decided to use is like what I'm carrying, like what bag I'm carrying, what planner I'm using, just to track and see. That may change, but I also use a ruler with the goals post-it to it to put my main goals for the month, for the week, and then I probably could put a to-do and put my main to-dos, but actually I'm going to put them here. This to-do, that's where they go. So I just need goals, and then I have my water tracking. Bam. So, oh, and I'm going to put weather here. This represents like this column. I haven't written weather in because I don't want to make it look ugly now. That's the only thing about, if I do planning like this, I like want to make it really pretty. Whereas like this, I don't really care, and I still love how it looks. So I'm still going to put weather here. I'll probably go back to the simplicity because this may be too much. We'll see. I got to give it a proper try though. You know what I mean? Week reviews go here. I have a pretty extensive week review, but I've simplified it. So I got to do today's. So what I'm doing now, you saw throughout the planner, there's little tidbits. So what I'll do is go through the planner, pull off this. Seriously. Yeah, pull off that. Go to my weekly. I don't know why I'm going through this. Oh yeah, go through my tracking, look at what's going on, see how I did that week, write down and compare. That takes a little time. That's why I'm not doing it on camera for you guys. I will though if you're interested in my tracking. I know a couple of people have been. And then go through here and see what it's like. So for example, I'd pull this off, take all the information and write it on, honestly, a note page right there. Pull out one of these, write it here, and then just list it out on a piece of paper. So I'll go through, I'll do a video on that. It's kind of extensive. So, and then dailies switch around. Like I like a basic page. I just like a blank page. My favorite way is a blank page and just do what I want. But I use my Summer Touch inserts quite often. Now I do have different ones. It's just like a quick, I'll have to do a plan with me on the dailies, do a video on that. Some days I usually use 2 pages per day now. One side has notes. If I use a tab with an arrow, that means to reference it. So this is a project, so this will end up being moved to my project section, and then I'll remove the tab. This is like for a game that my daughter and I play. If I was thinking about making an insert, so once I do that, I'll just remove it or just leave this here. And so like if I want to play the game again, I can just go back and look at this until I take out the dailies. When it gets too full, then I'll go through each tab. When I'm gonna archive these or burn them, whatever, I'll go through each of these little tabs and write it down for the newer pages. So you can see just it's messy, it's busy. Sometimes I color code, sometimes I don't. This is a neat version. I mean, it looks nice and neat, streamlining my planner. It's just, you know, it depends. Then I started using this. These are some old ones that I had on hand anyway, and I really enjoyed using these, but that day I wasn't really. And then sometimes it's super messy like that. It's super messy. Then I don't use the note page sometimes. It'll be very slim some days. Now these are also from Planner Room, and I bought these because it kind of reminded me of Franklin Covey. It has a place to prioritize your tasks, and then you got your timed and then some grid, but I ended up not liking them too much. I loved the time because it's like by 30 minutes. I really like that, so I could probably pair it. This is a project that we're planning. The cat actually needs a tab. Hold on. Let's get the tab, baby, which I put right on front, right here. Yeah, that way I can remember to come back. Yeah, I did my day review here. I've been slacking on my daily reviews, but I'm gonna get back into it. I mean, you see, it's just kind of a mess. This was yesterday. I've already explained that. It's all this stuff, because, you know, I accomplished it. So I used a lot of orange yesterday. And then today I'm just using a Post-it. So this is just how it works sometimes. I will do a video separate of that as well. It all varies. I have different. So this section, which is the 5th section, has my content, like my social media stuff, which I've been tracking my social media posts like this for quite some time now. So I'm just going to keep it like that. I'm using some dots. I added Facebook to it, and I just follow it. So I'll go back and look at my log, because sometimes I miss some of them, and then I'll put it in just so I can see what months, how, you know, just see how I'm doing. I don't track like subs or anything because I don't want to get too too competitive with myself. Anyway, Instagram handle, isn't that cute? Okay, moving on. So right here we have a tracker. I know that this could go into the tracking section, but it's really just social media focused. It's literally just for how long I film. I literally film so much, but only post so little. This whole week, I think a lot of my anxiety has to do with this, but my whole week I videoed like vlog style. And it's for personal use. It's not for people to see. I was just trying something, and we're thinking about doing something else with social media. So anyway, it just tracks how much I film, and it's literally from 8 to 8. And I mean, I film many hours before I find one I like. Next is self-care. So I have my favorite Bible verses. I moved this from where it was to put back here because it goes with this section. The idea of this is actually a trigger list. I could put it up front with the trigger list, but it's really spiritually focused. Basically, I want to put verses that help me get through certain things, and then when I actually, let's say, have high anxiety, I go to the verse that helped me get through a moment of high anxiety and just go straight to it. That's kind of the idea of this. And then I use my cut down Hobonichi Weeks for gratitude on this side, and then I put a note page in the middle of the week spread and use it for notes, and then on the back put like prayers. So I'll just do a quick flip. It's simple, it's easy, and I love it. Love it. Faith notes. This week was so good. Yeah, there you have it. Sometimes I write more than others, sometimes I don't. This is this week. I haven't done today's gratitude, but it's a little less on the side. I've had, like I said, a rough week. I do have the little Bible here, which represents this section, and or gratitude and things like that. So I do use them in my daily pages for when I do them. I'll log it that way. The question mark is a reference page that triggers like a spiritual reflection, positivity, that kind of thing. It's to help. This particular one that I have tagged is to help change the way I think, which I should have been looking at this all week, honestly. Will these thoughts get you where you want to go? No. Okay, I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll probably cry. This one is also tagged. It's a thought for the day, and it's a positive thing. I don't have it with the question mark because it'll change, so it's just there. It's in purple because it's a personal thing. So I just have the rest of the year. This is my daughter's section. I already kind of explained this. There's not much to explain here. Projects are just blank pages that I draw. I'm a visual person, so I draw out what I want to do and then put all the info. And then my daughter, these, by the way, these inserts are Annie plans. They're old. I've had them for a long time. They're actually lesson plan inserts, but they work great for homework, just so you know. In the back, I've got my I have a pocket here strictly for like what do you call these, receipts, and this is actually a working gift card, but I'm holding on to it. So, and I've got some more note pages for longer lists, and here are my stickers, functional stickers. There's my hand stamp stickers right there. Okay, so there you have it. That's how I use, those are my functional things in my planner. Oh good, I cut it down a bit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll do a video on doing my weekly review. I'll break down the different sections and how I plan in them on different videos, because it would take too long to show you all that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Comment below what kind of system you like and if you like functional videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye.